What is going on, Shedheads? Happy Friday to you guys out there. Hopefully you guys are enjoying your week or had a good weekend. Let's kick the weekend off right. I will say, start off the show, just full disclosure, I'm not my normal self the past few days. Family's going through another loss, unfortunately. So still in the feels about it, not looking for wishes or anything. I just giving you guys a heads up just beforehand. But other than that, we do have some exciting things to talk about, so I am still excited to talk about that, and who knows, that might help perk me up here as we get into tonight's conversation. But with that being said, the title of tonight's show, Dreaming of Dreamers. That's right. If you guys did not know, we did receive some of the first Dreamer clutches, and I believe Chris has got a little box somewhere sitting around there that he might be cracking into to get the full unboxing experience for you guys of what it might be like when you receive your Dreamer clutch. It may not be in the same sort of packaging, but you'll get the picture. But with that being said, guys, let's start the show off with what we're vaping on at the moment, and I'm pretty sure I already know what Sean is vaping on, because I'm vaping on one too, but I kind of want to know what Chris is vaping on first. So Chris,
Yes,
what are you
sir.
vaping on to start off? Because I know eventually
so
you're gonna be vaping something else.
Yeah. Well, I might be vaping this RDA, but I'm not sure actually. I'm between two RDAs. So I'm gonna either put this layer cake because I was just vaping it this morning, and I can use it, so I just was switching up flavors. So I could put that on there, green and brass. I think that would probably look pretty good. Or I can use this RDA that I got on this mod. So shout out to Will, because Will sent me back this because I'm a burnout, and I just left this right on Will's desk when I was packing up my stuff, and Will mailed it to me. So it's the Odin 200, because I just like this mod probably better than any other mod. And dude, I used to love the Vandy Vape Gore 21, but this one's just way more comfortable to hold. So it's perfect. I also have the build. This is the build off RDA that I had at Steel Valley.
Yep.
It's like the Apocalypse 25.
Oh, dude, why
like
didn't I put
classic
that on there?
But it's the black and red splatter.
Missed opportunity.
And then we used AJ Holland coils, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it's got AJ Holland coils in there, and some of the Georgie. And the other one, I'm just like this. It's just I'm like working on something here. It's like a dessert. Clearly, I just like want to make it for myself. And that's gonna be in that layer cake. It's custom coated by Ashton Palmer, and I'm gonna put this on the Dreamer clutch. Probably, I think that the green and the gold's gonna work. I don't remember what coils are in there. But yeah, dude, that color is very nice.
It's
like
such
I
a
really
good green.
Yeah, I think
really
it's
do
the
like that color.
same green as like my Bonaspati, but gloss. or
I bet
similar.
it could be, dude. And he even did like the drip tip because like the layer
Yeah,
cake
yeah,
has
yeah.
like the oh man, it's fucking
Or
cool.
maybe a slightly different one, but either way, it looks sick.
So good.
But yeah, that's everything for me. And then obviously I'm gonna be using a brass.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, I paused there. Pretty nice. I
Yeah.
was like,
A brass. That's the
Dreamer
equivalent.
clutch.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of when I put the dot 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 at the end of a sentence in like
Yeah.
almost all of my text messages. So as for me, yeah, you already know. I've been straight rocking the Dreamer clutch with a RDA2 on top. Got that purple chip chop top to go with the purple ring, making it look like a purty thing. And I decided I had to try something new. And I decided to dive into this guy. It's the baked cornflake sugar cookie. There it
Okay.
goes. Bang. And you know, I like that with a lot of the cereal vapes that are uh cornflakey, stuff like that. I appreciate that they do the milk in a lot of those, but it's not for me. So this has that like frosted flaky cornflake thing going on. It's got that sugar cookie thing going on. And like for me it hits that note that I love about like the cornbread vapes. Like when I vape Turkish maize, for example, like there's something that corn note I really like for some
Do
reason.
you have
Uh,
Boule?
I do.
Cause shout outs to Pam. I haven't seen her in a while. Reluctant Pancakes, but she mixes Boule with the cornflake sugar cookie and says it's fucking
Ooh,
awesome.
that sounds like it's gonna be fire.
I haven't personally. I don't know if I've tried it, but
Ryan uh, made a mistake while we were at the meetup and dripped some Boulay on 21 grams.
yeah, dude, that'd be fire.
That's a delicious combo too.
Yeah, that could be
But
fire.
that's what I'm rocking right now.
All right, and for me, I'm keeping it short, sweet, and simple this week. Of course, if you guys seen the cloud check, then you've seen my setup. I will say it's not the matchiest of matchy because I don't. I was thinking about. I don't have any like gold or brass RDAs really lying around. Oh wait, I think I have a fuck. I think I might have a gold RDA two lying around actually, or original RDA for vaping. But anyway, I've got the old Dreamer clutch in brass with the RDA2 on top. This is just the one that I had freshly cleaned. So this is the one that went on there. Not the matchiest. Of course, the RDA and drip tip match, but not necessarily the mod. But I will say, it vapes like a fucking champion. Inside, I believe, are some Breeze Tones triple 26s. No, strike that. I think they hold on. This might be the 28s. I might have been wrong on my cloud check. Yeah, this is actually the 28s with the wrap taken off, brought them down to a 0.1. And they rip. 2.5 millimeter, 4 wraps. Deliciousness with, of course, nothing other than Homeboy Mango. Because I ain't even gonna say it. You already know. Just got to get a fresh drip because I want to take a nice rip. Oh, rhyme didn't even mean it. Damn, that time I didn't. I was going to try to rhyme that as well, but that didn't work out. Anywho, that's all I'm vaping on at the moment. Really enjoying it, though. We'll say that. But there's one thing that we do take time and do, on the side for you guys for a little, maybe double dose if you guys want to, listen, on your commute, maybe while you're just cleaning the house, doing some dishes, whatever, just lying around, you just want something in the background. Check it out. Something that we call the Shed Time podcast, but this is called What's New in the Shed.
Oh yeah. So of course, as we've been talking about leading up to this episode, we're getting up to the final days before the meetup in these podcast episodes, and this one gets us into this notion of grow tech because your boy has been quite the botanist lately, and when you're going to leave your botany projects for a little while, you need to make sure that, the habitat is maintained while you're gone. And I discovered some grow tech that really helped me do that. So we talk a little bit about that. And of course, we talk about car talk because when you're going to drive 10, even 20 hours in Chris's case, you're spending a lot of time in your car. And we talk a lot about that too. And of course, we get some impressions on Godzilla v Kong here from Mr. Janklin, who was fortunate enough to go peep it at the legendary Man's Chinese Theater. So that is a cool bit of conversation as my camera wants to restart for a second. And you'll be able to catch all of that Monday when it drops so that you can kick off your week. You can find it at shedtimepodcast.com and anywhere else that podcasts are found. And that's what's popping in the shed.
All right. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to get into this. And Chris, I'm not going to let you wait any longer, bro. Go for it, my dude. I want to see you open this thing up because if you guys didn't know, we're talking about Dreamers and mainly the Dreamer Clutch tonight. But we can also, I've got one pretty close at hand, I'm sure, somewhere where we can do maybe a little compare, contrast, similarities, differences. You know what I mean?
Interestingly, too, is like I've got a Tenacious Unicorn sitting here, which also has a different type of clutch switch.
This is true.
Yeah, I taped that sucker good.
Yeah.
Paul
I'm
Cole.
getting there. I'm moving forward.
Shout outs to Paul Cole. I think you might be a new face hanging out with us. Appreciate you. About to lose service for 5 minutes. Dude, hopefully you're able to catch it again. Who else we got out here while Chris is doing this? Shout outs to Drip Theory, of course, Addy Tuning, holding it down as always. We got Zeppo in the house. We got Steve-O. We got of course my brain's not putting this together.
I see Hungry Hippo out there.
Yeah, thank you, Sean. Take over for a second.
Yeah, of course, the legendary Kevin K's in the crowd out there as always. Zippo's out there. And then, of course, I know that I've seen Ern in here. Shout out to Ern holding it down. Lunchbox is making an appearance. Shout out to Lunchbox.
Ooh, look at that. Wow.
And lastly, at the very top, first in the chat, shout out to Mallory Gates.
So this is what you got here. What does the side say right there, Chris? Go back to the side. No, other side. Yeah. Simple, reliable, classic mech. Okay. You got the old the colors there. Of course, you got the 316 stainless steel, brass, black, and of course black gold. This is just the black with the brass knurling around the bottom. Of course, engineered by Times Vape. Don't show the bottom though, because there's a QR code and all that stuff. But yeah. Sick.
Mm-hmm. Of course, you guys already know what the bottom's going to tell you. It's all the package contents and stuff anyway.
Yeah, basically. All right, now I'm going to open it up.
Yeah, dude. Peel that plastic. Let's see what you got. Of course, we already know he's got brass because of the little check mark on there.
I am curious because we were talking with Stan about this the other night. What number?
Oh, I got 40.
You have number 40?
Yeah.
I knew it. I said to my wife, I'm like, watch one of the boys get a really low number because none of the ones Stan have are that low. Come on, Chris, get another low one.
Okay, well, I'm looking at everything.
Get it in you, bud. Hungry Hippo.
Oh.
Hungry Hippo.
So are these spares? Tell me these are spares.
Yes, sir. Yes. So those are some spare O-rings and a spare spring. I do like
be a slight difference. I haven't tried it yet.
I think that the spare spring is a little bit shorter, but might be a little stiffer, and I like it.
Oh, the 28 millimeter cap is on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Chris is like, get out of here.
Ooh, coming out of the. Man, it does look pretty cool. I have to say that does look pretty cool.
Needs a little polishing on the logo.
Yes.
Everything else seemed pretty clean on mine though, Chris.
Yeah, it looks pretty clean to me. What number?
It's on the top.
Yeah, I can't get a good enough light from that light. It just shines so bright that it just blinds me. So if I do a side light with my phone.
If you shine it the right direction at the wall, I could probably tell you, dude.
Dude, it's kind of dirty up there. There's like a big scuff. Yeah. Let me see here.
Oh wait,
Sorry.
it's not on the top. Where is it?
Yeah, I wound up at 289.
Where's the fucking? Where is it at again?
It's on the top cap.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, it must be on the 28, not the 25.
Yeah, it's on your 28.
Okay.
Yeah, I wound up with 289, and my wife wound up with like 240 something, I think.
Kind of feel like, nah, I can't, this is ridiculous, man.
Oh, the suspense is killing me, Chris.
I know, dude.
Dude, I'm really struggling to see it. I think that it might, is it 4 digits, right? There's 4
Yeah.
digits there.
Yeah.
It might be 39.
Yo, if you guys really got 39 and 40, that's sick.
Well, here, look. Let's see if we can get this done.
That almost looks like 36, dude.
Yeah.
No, 38.
38.
38.
Dude.
Okay.
So Chris got the lowest number we've seen so far. Stan's brass is like in the 400s that he opened.
Let me double check my cap to make sure, but I'm pretty sure it was 40.
I knew it. I said to her, I was like, I feel it in my bones. They're gonna get like these 2 raw brasses, and
Yeah,
they're gonna be the
40.
lowest numbers. Yep.
Well, it makes sense, right? They probably like coated a bunch
Yeah.
of brass, and then
That's
they just...
what I figured. Pulled the first like 50 or 60 of them and was like, these are the brass ones. First round of brass. Leave them alone.
It
Oh, I
rips
forgot
though,
about
dude.
that.
I can't wait till Chris puts it together and rips it. Oh, I will say though, this is just a reminder for anybody that's going to use this thing. Depending on what RDA you have on there, you are going to have to make some adjustment on the pin
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom, but it's super easy to do. All you do is I'll actually just show you real quick while Chris is setting his up, just because he's probably going to have to do it as well. There's a pin on the bottom of your switch here, the little flathead screw, and it's literally loose enough to where you can literally get in there with a fingernail, or if you need to get in there with a screwdriver, and you just are going to screw it in or out, depending on whether you need to tighten it or loosen it, obviously. And you don't want it to be, because you want to be able to screw the mod all the way together without having rattle. So what I always recommend, RDA on top first, put your battery in, screw it down until it stops, and if you still have a little bit of space, you can always back it back out and then tighten it back down again.
Just
But you don't want to squish your battery.
another thing too, because I just wanted to check and see in a pinch, if like you're switching RDAs on the fly, you don't have any tools, you can actually move that with a quarter. So any spare change is enough to actually get in that slot and make a quick adjustment. So like you're at the vape shop, you want to try your new RDA out.
That probably means you can use your keys.
Yeah, like it's hell, you could probably use your finger. You got enough fingernail, just
that's how I do it to mine, so
you know what I mean? Like you don't need much. It's not, because it's in a Delrin set of threads, so it's not like it's anything it's gonna give a hell of a lot of resistance.
All right, well, let's fucking just run it.
Yeah, dude. Put a
Go
freshie
on,
in
get
there.
it, boy.
I took the switch all apart, so took a gander.
Everybody has to do it, dude. I did it
Yeah,
too.
dude.
Before I did
Yep.
anything, I took the whole thing apart.
That looks good.
Literally, same thing. I was like, I gotta see the switch.
But make sure you put the spring back in there though,
Yeah, no, it's in there. It's in there. We're
because
good.
it'll auto fire. So the spring's like your safety sort of situation. Drip some liquid on it, get her wet. That didn't come out right.
Hey. That's what she said, I think. Oof.
Oh, what? The amount of vapor? I blew it
That
like
was
right
a
at the
mighty
fucking camera.
cloud, sir.
I blew it right at the camera, not on purpose. All right, all right. I think that it's gonna take a bit of time to get used to that. Also, yeah, I gotta flip the tube. Doesn't
I know
feel right.
that was the first thing I did too.
It's like that is one cool thing about the Dreamers, I guess, right? Is the depending on the angle that you want to hold it.
Yeah.
I hadn't even thought to try it flipped the other way. I've been using it standard out the box. I need to
Oh,
see
yeah.
how that feels with this.
Oh no,
mod.
here we go. Here we go. Let's see how that button presses now.
Maybe I won't.
Oh yeah.
Maybe I won't fiddle with the button as bad.
Well, see, like, so I just like put that so it like the narrow parts up here,
Oh
Yeah,
and so then
that's how I've been rocking mine.
I just hold it like that and just fucking rip it.
yeah. Oh, that's much nicer with the taper down there. Yes.
Buddy, that's how I rocked the original Dreamers.
That's how I rocked the other
Same.
one, but I never didn't even think to do it.
So a little side by
With this
side.
one.
Obviously, the clutch is going to be a slight bit taller because of the clutch system. Adds a little bit of height to it, so it's not quite as small as the Dreamer. But as far as like the body, I think the bodies are almost. No, the Dreamer body's a little bit longer.
I will say
But
though,
it does have the same shape though.
this mod is way heavier than
Oh,
a
yeah.
Dreamer, a brass Dreamer. This mod is way
Yeah.
heavier, like a lot heavier.
I think
Like
it's
when
just
I'm holding
because
it
it's
right
a
now,
lot,
I'm like, this is like beef.
and most of the weight I feel like is at the bottom too, where like the switch is.
I feel
The
like
switch thing, I don't understand.
What do you mean?
I know it just feels like I'm like don't fully have it in, but it's hitting every time. It's very weird.
so. Don't forget, Chris. You got to make sure that these little dots are lined up. Oop, yeah, it's not going to focus.
That's
in my face,
the
sorry.
only thing that like I've been having to get used to is making sure
Yeah.
that before I go to take a rip that I get that lined up, because every time I hit it, it moves slightly, and after a couple rips it will lock on me, and I gotta just kind of give it a quick little spin. So
That's where the
I'm curious.
updated
I'm curious to see how
button.
the new buttons compare. But when it works, dude, and you get a nice solid, pressed, it
I'll say
It works good so far.
It hits, dude.
it
It's a
that
smooth
lock
press, too.
doesn't move nearly as bad as I could do it with the heavy hitter. Like, I took this to work and did pretty well for a couple days. Going out, taking a vape, for a few minutes, and actually getting the whole session without accidentally locking it. So I definitely think I could you get used to it over time.
Well, that and what I end up doing too is what I ended up doing with the heavy hitter is I would just swap hands every now and then. And then that way, I'd be pushing.
Turn it back the other way.
It'd just be fighting each other, so it'd just pretty much stay in the same place. Not saying that I'll take each hit, back and forth.
Yeah.
Just like every now and then I'd grab it with the other hand.
Or it's like you drip every time you drip. You're like holding in your hand, just chilling. Then you drip, then you're like, all right, right hand. Now you can be chilling.
Yeah.
Then when you drip,
Cycles. Cycle your mod like you cycle your cotton.
Okay, so I have them like lined up like perfectly, and it still has like this weird, sort of weird feeling.
Okay, so the next thing I would do when you when you took your button apart, were there any like wisps of plastic still? Or
Nah,
You
it
know,
was
it's
actually
because
just,
pretty clean in there, yeah.
I had that issue, and once I cleaned those off, I didn't have that like I don't want to call it crunchiness, but it's like almost the only way I can explain it.
It's a hitch. I would almost call it like a hitch. It's like I could
Yeah,
press it and nothing happens, and then I could press it further, and it kind of goes like.
yeah, it's
ah.
it's almost like you're
But that
not
might just get pressed out.
yeah, like it's almost like you're not quite lined up, but that might also be the spring
Well,
because
when you look through the button, it looks like it's pretty lined up. I don't
well,
know if I'll
no,
be.
what I'm saying is that where the replacement spring appears to me to be a little bit shorter and also a little bit stiffer, I think that may be why I don't have that issue anymore because I swapped the spring to C.
Like it's not crazy. It's not like I can't handle it, but well, actually, maybe if I press it differently.
Definitely is you need to press it on the center kind of a button.
I'm not really a center button presser. I have to find a way for it to work for me. But I mean, it feels really nice. It hits good too.
So Aaron's asking if there's going to be a separate release of a new button, and that I don't have an answer on from Stan just yet. I don't know if they're going to get that button fix right and then fully release them. I don't know if that's going to be like a upgrade feature that you'll be able to buy as like an aftermarket thing. I haven't found out yet.
I'm curious how it's going to work after only very briefly using this one, but just curious.
The idea was that when you see the way this button is cut, you've got those fins that lock into the groove and then lock your mod. So they've cut those fins significantly smaller
Uh,
in order to
what I
open
what I don't like about
that
this
space.
is what I just found out
Yeah.
is there's a groove underneath where the lock is. So if your button goes all the way down, it just continues to spin. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
To
no,
where,
it spins.
yeah,
Mine's never stopped spinning.
yeah,
I
that's
just
what
kept
I'm saying.
spinning.
It spins all the way. I feel like if they maybe have just done a stopper, because what happens is the hold on, let me show you. The fins on the switch itself are wider than what the little stopping. You guys aren't gonna be able to really see them. There you go, up at the top, the little stopping fin. That's way smaller than what the one is on the button. So like the button has more travel as far as to be locked than it is to be unlocked. If that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And that's why the new button design is happening because these little fins on the exterior of the button. I don't know if my camera will focus on this small. Maybe with some better light. Yeah, my camera's like get bent. But those little
Wait,
fins catch on a lip, and that's what locks your mod. And like
you
just
can
like
see
James
it.
is saying,
Shit.
if
There you
you're
go.
on
There you
either
go.
one
See
of those
better.
open sides where his fingers are, you're able to fire. The new button is gonna decrease the amount of this little fin that's on the ends, so that there's a wider area that's unlocked. That way, you have. Here's the thing. This is not a mod I would say you can lock and put in a pocket because this does just spin. There's nothing that stops it once it's locked. So you can spin past the locked position and unlock it again. So it's definitely not like a oh yeah, I can just lock it and throw it in my pocket and I'm good. The other thing that I've noticed is when you put the button back together, right? You can accidentally get it stuck where it won't move at all. So when you do take your Switch apart, I recommend just going slow, being gentle with it. Because if you get that stuck, I don't want to be breaking this button. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I do like that other spring.
Right? It feels different.
Where's the dot at? There we go. Yeah, it's almost. Huh. All right, let me try this out. See what we got. Let's see what we got out here in chat as well.
Mm.
I've almost never used a button lock feature on any of my mechs that I have. I find locks more annoying than anything, but they have, yeah, of course. I'm kind of similar, Ern, because like I don't really put mods in my pocket too often, and if I do, it's only for a very short, jaunt from my car, from my like machine at work to my car or whatever, and half the time it's just in my hand, you know. The only time I'll ever lock something is if I'm putting something in like a bag, maybe, just in case, something leans up on it or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
majority of the time, if I'm not in using it and it's like in transport, it probably doesn't have a battery in it. But that's just me. Ooh, there we go. Nice and tight. One more minor adjustment there.
I will say too, like we were talking about with the having to adjust the pin if you do take the Switch apart, be cautious that you don't accidentally throw that off too much and potentially damage a battery.
Oh, see, now I'm gonna have to adjust it with that spring in there.
Yeah,
I
just a
didn't even
little.
have to adjust shit.
Oh, really? You
I'm
don't
when
have to
I
adjust. You won't have to adjust it now that the springs changed.
Because the
no
spring.
no. So like the original spring that came in it, which is this one, right? I just put it in and it started ripping. But now I put in the other one that you guys were talking about, so I was like, oh, I kind of want to try this other one if there's a difference, fuck. Uh, now, so I don't think can you hear that?
Oh, you're rattling, really?
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to adjust.
Interesting. I felt like I had no change personally.
It could just be from taking the battery in and out too, because there are some times where I
Right.
do have to make slight adjustments. Because if you do put a lot of tension on there when you're tightening it down, like when you unscrew it, that may force your pin or something to screw to or loosen as well.
Well, like I said, I just did it to mine because we took it apart, and as I was messing with it, I felt myself turn it, and then I could tell that I wasn't going to be able to thread this all the way tight without potentially damaging my battery.
Yeah.
So this is definitely where the original Dreamer was a great like first mech. If you understand mech safety, this is like a little bit more of an advanced Dreamer. There's a couple more things you have to be mindful of to be absolutely at your safest.
I do really like that they went with the same shape though, for sure, because that was one of my favorite like things about the original Dream was just how it felt in the hand. You know what I mean? How comfortable it was. You know what I mean? Not only did it feel good, but it also looks good, I feel. This one does too. I like the little added, knurling on there just for the added effect. I feel like it actually adds a little class. You know what I mean? And it definitely helps you differentiate the one between the two. You know what I mean?
I'll agree with that for sure. Really, I think that's where the black and gold one shines.
Yeah.
Is by
Honestly, I
having
wouldn't
that.
even mind if it had that same like knurling up at the top, like right here too. I think that would actually probably look pretty good.
I could agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing about that is though they'd have to put it on the mod, and then when you flipped it around, it'd be just double knurled.
Oh, true.
But I see what you're saying though,
Somebody out there would love the double knurled though.
for sure.
It's like a
You know?
fat knurl.
Yeah, just this fat double section of knurling. Oh yeah, there's someone out there that'd be all into it.
Dude, I
There's
can
some guy that
remember
likes
a
diamond
time.
plate.
Dude, I can remember a time in my YouTube career, where it would be like bullish for a fucking product. People would be like, "Yo, look at this perfect, like this knurling's so nice," you know, like.
Yup. Yup.
uh,
The good old days, man.
Dude, for real.
I do like that they went with like a smooth, like kind of like flat,
Not the heavy,
knurling.
deep
Yeah.
knurl. Yeah.
No, the knurl's actually like you can barely feel it.
Yeah, like it's there, but it's not like knurling that. It's not like industrial knurling where it's like if you grip that thing hard, it's gonna leave an imprint.
Yeah, like honestly, if you could get a mod that all the flat, so like all this section here, like before this swale in, was like all fucking like, you know what I mean? Like that whole spot. So like up to where it tapers here. So it's like this whole flat spot all the way down.
So
Dude,
the
if
whole
that was
28
like,
millimeter area is
yeah,
knurled.
dude, if that was knurled, that would actually look pretty sick.
It wouldn't suck.
I would like it actually. I would
Eh.
probably order it. I think I would.
Yeah, I would probably still go with this one. I don't like it too aggressive. You know what I mean? Just a little touch is cool. But I will say, this thing is definitely going to need some love for my man, Mr. Palmer.
Mine just needs to get cleaned. Like that is really annoying me how there's just like the glob of like oil or something in the actual Dreamer
Yeah,
logo.
it's been bugging me too because I got a little bit in there too. But I figured
But
I was gonna
other
use
than
it for a
that,
while, and then I'll polish it up real nice one of these days. I actually have to get like either some new polishing rags or go grab some polish.
I might even polish it after the show because it might bother me. Looking at it, it's like it's fucking filled with black.
I will say though, brass is definitely a lot more manageable than copper as far as like daily use
Oh, yeah.
goes, because like it doesn't make your hands smell as crazy. You know what I mean?
It won't make your hands go green either.
Yeah, that was
It might make it look a little bit dirty at some point,
yeah,
but not green.
yeah.
Yeah.
I figured I'd just compare it. So that's the Tenacious Unicorn side by side with the new Dreamer, and it's
Pretty much looks the same to me.
it's pretty close. I don't know why my camera just quit auto. Oh, that's why it quit autofocusing. Cool. It just chose to turn autofocus off on me. So they're pretty much the same.
Yeah, they're the same.
Of course, obviously, your switch housing is significantly smaller because the clutch system in one of these was different. But I'll say, I like the way this feels in the hand. I like the way it hits.
The shape
weight-
of this is far superior.
The
For
weight
sure.
of this
Agreed.
gives you that like feeling of quality. You know what I mean? Like,
It feels substantial.
yeah,
Like I'm pretty sure that you drop it, that button's toast. Just throwing it out there. Like I kind of wish that there was a spare button in the packaging, but maybe they'll eventually get to that
I
point.
I don't know if it's toast. It's
I
probably
guess
gonna
you
be
don't think
pretty
so?
No, it's pretty thick Ultim, dude.
yeah. And
But
if
those
it's real
fins are
Ultim-
thin, bro. So if it's locked, I don't know. Like like the little the fins that are on the lock.
the fins maybe, but like
Mhm.
I
But I
would say
guess
your button's
then
not
the
gonna
lock-
go. Then you're just
It'll
not gonna
be
have
no
a lock.
Yeah, all right. It'll still work. True.
But as far as like the button itself, I don't think you're gonna like break that thing really, unless you're trying to. You know what I'm saying?
And really, like, I
You're gonna dent some
almost-
batteries for sure.
Oh,
I
yeah.
almost imagine if you were fully locked, you might not break those fins because all that energy would move through the tube. But I think if you were partially locked, like
Yeah, you
let's
might break
say
a corner
a
maybe.
corner, yeah, you would snap a corner for sure.
But
Which
yeah, it
again,
honestly kind of feels like just like a slightly, sorry, Sean, a slightly more long dreamer. Honestly, like when I'm holding it,
It feels the same to me, dude.
it
Like
feels the
I
same.
only
It's just the,
notice
the
it when
extended button.
that's the only thing that I notice. It's like, oh, I just got to reach a little further to hit the button, but I don't mind it, bro, at all.
yeah, like I'm gonna be real here. We've kind of nitpicked the shit out of this mod on this episode.
Well, it's just because
But that's the thing,
it's
like
first impressions. We're breaking it down. This is things that if you've had
Certain
a
standard has been
yeah,
set, Sean.
exactly.
but that's what I'm saying is like I'm not saying that any of us dislike the mod.
No,
No,
not at all.
Like
I'm definitely not saying that
I'm
one bit.
honestly really enjoying this mod, dude. It's been like I haven't been vaping it like every day, like as far as like taking it back and forth to work. But I will say I have been vaping it every day. It's just not today's the only day I took it to work just for the cloud check. But every day I come home and whatever mod I was vaping, the RDA comes off and it goes right onto this. And I
right?
just sit here and I've just been cycling through fresh, brand new sets of P45Bs, just getting the best enjoyment out of it. Because I will say this, dude, it rips, dude. It hits hard. For like a nice mech tube, dude, this is what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I
I'm
don't know if I can compare it to anything necessarily, because but I will say, dude, that like it's up there, dude. With it's performing as well as the original Dreamer, as far as I'm concerned. If not, maybe hits just a tad bit harder,
I
maybe.
say I think it hits just as hard and just as good as my copper Bonaspati, and that's a brass tube.
It's definitely a performer, dude, for sure. And like I said, when the button is like in the full unlock position and you get a nice press on it, I do enjoy the push of the button. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like it reminds me of like a clutch system sort of button switch, because like they do have a different sort of feel, but like it has a little bit more travel than the Bonaspati did, which is something that like I kind of enjoy. Like the Bonaspati has like a pretty, you know,
Very,
very
yeah,
very
short throw.
short throw, which is kind of nice. But dude, I
Right.
kind of like having a little bit of extra push on this. And I did change the spring out, and I do enjoy the tension on the second one a little more. Does feel a little bit firmer, and it does give you a nice press. And I feel like also helps keep the button a little bit straighter, as you're hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm saying, it has a little bit more against it, so maybe it kind
Yeah.
of forces it from moving.
I also wonder if it maybe reduces a little bit of that ability to travel because of that tension.
Yeah.
So that way, like you're a little less likely to turn it as far.
I
Stands up good when you put it on your desk.
I think I like this more than a unicorn button, Steve-O, to be honest with you. And I'm not just saying that just to say it. Like I think I enjoy the press on this one a little
Well,
bit more.
yeah, like these are basically the same.
I don't have mine handy at the moment, but
I think the tenacious unicorn has a slightly shorter throw than the vert. This is the vert 2. It's in my other hand. Um, but that's also in part because this is an adjustable pin inside the tenacious. The vert 2 didn't do that, but they're the same style, and there's a certain firmness with this particular spring in it that I just prefer over
Oh.
either of those buttons.
I kind of like the fact that it sticks out a little bit too. I normally don't like that, but like with the way that like this is, with it being a little bit longer, like we were saying, Chris, and the fact that like my finger just comes over the crease and it just like finds the center of that button just perfect. You know what I mean? And it
Yep.
like I know I've got a good press because I can actually feel that button going in. You know what I mean? Or like disappear, I guess.
Honestly, so this is like what I'm gonna say on like what this mod feels like to me. This mod feels like I'm holding a dreamer, ripping on a Bonaspati with a heavy hitter button. Like that's honestly how I feel right now.
Kind of,
Just
yeah.
because like the extended out button
Mhm.
is like the heavy hitter. It's hitting just as nice as the fucking Bonus Spotty. Like I'm getting that like rip
That
in
same vibe,
performance.
yeah.
And then it just feels like a dreamer, dude. There's no mod. Even though I've used my fucking Trishul V2, or sorry, my Trishul original, like whatever, this mod right here. Like I've used this mod more than any other individual mod. I've used Dreamers more than any other mods. Like if you're talking about this shape in my hand, I've used the Dreamer more than any other mod. So this feels like home to me. Like when
I
I'm
like
holding it
that.
in my
Yeah.
hand, it feels like home.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Do,
now I've come home and my house has a pool and my house has a fucking billiards room and a
yeah,
fucking
it's
game room. You know, it's like
yeah, yeah,
kind
yeah.
of pimped out a little bit.
Yeah, it's dude, it's definitely nostalgic for sure because like for many of us, at least for myself, the Dreamer was like the first like hybrid, well, it wasn't constant contact at the time, but hybrid, mech mod that I had got that I fucking fell in love with, and that is the one that turned the tide to where it was like mech pretty much everything.
McMania.
Yeah, dude, it started the run on all my entire mech collection started pretty much with the Dreamer. I had maybe one or I think I had one mech before, and I think it was a V God Pro mech if I'm not mistaken. Got that, and then I ended up getting a Dreamer because at the time, like many of you know, and many who may not know, the Dreamer is one of those hybrid mechanical mech mods that you can get that was affordable at the
Hmm.
time. You know what I mean? It was they were sub $100, weren't they?
What for
The
a
Dreamer?
Dreamer? It's like 80,
Yeah,
80 or $85 on stand site.
yeah. So I was like sold. You know what I mean? Because at that time, if you're trying to get like that was on like purge mods are like $300-$400 or whatever. They're probably still that. I don't know. I
Dude,
never
AV
bought one.
mods were worth
Yeah,
that.
and there wasn't very wide selection, so being able to find one at that price was like, dude, sold. And then you get it in your hands and felt how it felt in your hands and seen how it performed, and then it changed the game. I feel like when it came to, you know, mass market, mechanical tube mods, in my opinion,
Yeah. I mean,
felt
it
like
was
it
a
got,
game changer then, and it still is. Dude, that the Dreamer made the top of most people's like best affordable mod
dude,
list
it's still on my
for
list.
years. Like 4 years. Like vape publications, year after year was like, if you're looking for the best affordable mech mod, this is it. Buy a Dreamer. You don't need anything else. And they were at the time were totally right. There wasn't anything coming close to it.
I still recommend if you don't have one to buy one. If you could buy
100%.
obviously get the V 1.5 because it has the constant contact button, which is just making a great mod even better because it helps take away arc marks from your batteries and all that sort of thing. But dude, it's a
Or
banger of
just
a
get
mod.
this one.
Or yeah, or you can just get this one or get them both. You know what I mean? Don't hurt. But
Fact.
dude, this thing is I'm really enjoying it so far. Like I said, I've only had this thing for about a week because I think I got it like the Saturday after last show.
Yeah.
So I've had like a full week being able to spend with this thing. So Saturday till today, and I've been really enjoying it, man. Like I said, there's a few little things about it that I'm kind of working out. But like I said, there's a new button coming that we're gonna try out, which may hopefully address some of the things that are bugging me about it, and then we'll go from there. You know what I mean? But so far, I will say this thing is definitely something to possibly put on your wish list. Definitely something to keep an eye out for. I know it's not available on a lot of sites yet, as far as I know. I don't have any information or anything as far as that goes or anything like that. But definitely think it's worth keeping your eye out on. Where we? Oh yeah, I think it's about that time, guys. We kind of went a little dream crazy on that. You know what I mean?
I'm all about it. It's been a beautiful thing to have a tube mech that we're this excited for because we haven't had one in a long time. So, you know,
Definitely, man.
it
I'm
was worth
stoked.
us spending an hour gushing over a mod.
So with that, guys, I think it's about that time that we do the thing that we normally do. You hear towards the end of the show, and I also just realized we didn't do a poll, so we're just gonna pick the game while we're doing this. So Sean, go ahead and tell them what we're gonna do.
Ladies and gentlemen, stretch your legs, get a drink, hit the restroom, do whatever you got to do, because it's time to inhale that and exhale that, because we're gonna shed time.
Let's do it. we're back. Still breathing in manual, Sean.
Hey, man. At least you know how to shift them gears.
I'm floating around that clutch a little bit, you know.
Oh, looks like the old Pepsi there might give it a little lube.
I
You're
will say,
drinking a Pepsi?
dude. Here's the thing. Let's
What
talk.
the fuck?
Can we talk about this real quick?
Yes, I need to know. That's fucking crazy.
I normally don't drink Pepsi. Obviously, I'm a Coke man myself, personally. But while I was gone at Steel Valley, there was a baby shower held here for my my little sister, and there was all kinds of beverages left over, obviously, and the refrigerator has been full with Pepsi, wild cherry Pepsi. There was some Dr. Pepper, of course. There was a bunch of Mountain Dew, and let's just say there's not much left in the old selection of leftover beverages. So Pepsi it is, dude. And I will say this. I normally don't really enjoy Pepsi, but when it's all you got and it's nice and ice cold, actually not too shabby, bro.
Hey, a
not
free
lot.
Pepsi
It's
still
alright.
tastes good.
You know what I mean? It's
I
better.
mean, it's still a pop.
Yeah,
It's still
exactly.
like a
It's got the
pure-
bubbles. You know what I mean? It's kind of tastes like a cola.
It's
I
no
don't
Buzz
mind
Mountain.
Pepsi.
I don't
mind it.
I will say this, I don't hate it, but it's just I would definitely, if I were to choose, I would go Coke personally.
I'd rather the wild cherry Pepsi.
Oh, for sure, dude, for sure. The wild cherry Pepsi actually isn't bad.
Those are bangers.
Actually, it isn't bad.
But I will say this, Sean, those are gone too.
Of course they are. That's why you're drinking the Pepsi.
Yeah.
You ever had the Pepsi Lime?
Mm-mm.
It was
Yo,
actually not that bad.
This might be a perfect.
I was just gonna say this
topic.
kind of leads us into probably what we're gonna play tonight, which is a variation of a game that we've played here once or twice before, but this one involves something a little slightly different. It is called Taste It or Waste It. Shout outs and RIP to the one and only hashtag Power Palmer World, Matt Sinister, because he's the one that came up with this game for us. It's a variation of our Take It or Leave It, where we, go to you guys for suggestions of things that we would either taste or waste. And I think we should just go with the old Sody Pops, man. We're already here. We already kind of started off with the Pepsi, so obviously that's kind of off the table there. But just throw them in there, man. Whatever you got as far as soda pops go, or whatever you call it, soda,
Soft drinks.
pop, soft drink, fountain drink, whatever you can get that's got maybe some sort of bubbles, or that you can. I'll say this: whatever you can get out of a fountain. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, because then there are some that you can't get in the fountain that are. All right.
Gas station or a fountain?
Yeah. So,
how about that?
Yeah, things that you'd find in a gas station. Exactly. Maybe you grab a fountain drink. Maybe you grab it out the old cooler. Drop those suggestions in there. We'll pick them out and pass them around.
Who's gonna go first?
Whoever wants to go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
start
first.
off.
And I'm gonna go with Addy Tooney, and I'm gonna say Fresca.
I'll say this: I don't think I've ever had Fresca, to be completely honest with you.
Really?
Yeah,
grapefruit soda, right?
Yeah, it's grapefruit.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it, but I will say this: not usually a big fan of grapefruit, but there's another grapefruit soda that I do enjoy. Squirt, if you've ever had it. But I don't know. I don't even really necessarily drink that much anymore, so I'm probably gonna end up wasting it.
Yeah, I too will waste the Fresca. I have tried the Fresca, and the Fresca and I are not friends.
All right, so that's 2 wasted. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take Fresca, and I think the reason why I'll take Fresca is because it is one of those pops that I've had more of. Because it would be like Diet Coke or Fresca, and I'd be like, I'm gonna fucking rock a Fresca, bro. My
Gotcha.
mouth is dry AF. Like, I need a drink, and I would enjoy it.
I
And
could
then
see
because
that.
it's no sugar, it's lighter. I don't know. I'm into it.
I could see that, Ern. You said grapefruit soda plus cranberry juice, not cocktail, is the bomb. Add alcohol for a good time. Yeah, I could see that.
Of
All right, can I go next?
Hit it.
course.
Cause I seen one I want to throw up. Shout outs to the old Ronnie J. Royal Cola, aka RC.
All right, I'm just gonna jump in. I'm gonna waste it. Like, I think that I'm now at the point of my life where I would rather just drink fucking cold water over like an RC cola.
Really?
So yeah,
It's
I'm gonna
like
waste it.
that. All right, Sean.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna waste the RC cola also. Just
Really,
not a fan.
dude. Here's the thing, bro. I'll normally will take an RC over a Pepsi, dude.
What?
Yeah, I honestly
Whoa.
kind of like RC. I will say I don't get it very often, but it is one of those ones where you know what, I'll rock an RC when this is a time where I'll get an RC, bro, because it fits with the scenario, and it's just I like it. There's this place called Tom's Burgers out here, and it's like they've got locations all over the place, but there's this one that I used to go to when I was growing up as a kid. You go in there, you walk in, it kind of looks like an old school sort of diner feel, you know what I'm saying? You go up, you order your meal. Usually get at that time when I was a small kid, it was usually grilled cheese and some fries because I was picky as shit. But now that I'm older, I'll go there, get like a burger and some fries and rock an RC, you know what I mean? And dude, the RC with the fries and the burger from Tom's, it just hits, dude. Just saying. Just saying.
Hey. Hey.
You know what I mean?
I can't even remember the last time I saw RC Cola, but
Last
Next
time I
time you
drank
see
an
it,
RC.
next time you see one, bro, grab one. Think of me.
I'll no, because I want to think positively only of you, buddy.
All right, the
Like,
next
good
time you want
vibes
to,
only.
then grab a Sprite.
Nah. See, it's funny because you're saying before, right? You're like you'd rather drink Coke, but you'd also rather drink Sprite.
Mm-hmm.
Where like I think that like there's I'd say like 60-40 I'll drink Coke over Pepsi. But I will drink 7-Up like 100% of the time
Yeah,
over
I'm
Sprite.
like that with Sprite.
Yeah,
Well, no, actually, that's a
fuck
lie.
Sprite.
That's
Fuck Sprite.
okay.
Exactly.
That's kind of a lie because there's like maybe like 20%. I drink 7-Up, and that's only with a lemon up because they don't have Sprite. I only put the 7-Up in there for the bubbles.
7-Up goated. It's all
Nah.
right.
All right, Sean, your pick, bro.
You know, just gotta obey your thirst. But I'm gonna go with another Coca-Cola product that was huge in the '90s from Hungry Hippo. It's Surge.
Dude, Surge, bro. You're taking me back. You remember
Dude,
Surge?
I remember that. Did that? I'm trying to remember how old I would have been.
Dude,
I was only in
okay.
America though. That's
All
how I
right.
tried it when I was in America multiple times.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. I don't know if my memory served me correct, but wasn't it kind of like a Dr. Pepper-esque sort of flavor?
No, it was like a Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it was like a
style
Mountain
flavor.
Okay,
Dew
then I'm
citrus
thinking of something
blend.
different. Okay, now I
It was
got
in
the
a
right.
green can.
Now
with,
I got it.
Yellow Surge.
Okay, because I was thinking of Mr. Green. You guys remember Mr. Green?
Nah.
It was Sobeys' version of a soda, and it was like a Dr. Pepper kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
remember
I never
seeing
even.
that.
I definitely never
It was
tried
in
that.
the 90s, bro. Late 90s. And then it got discontinued. But anyways, Surge. Yeah, okay. I know Surge. Here's the thing. I don't know if I've ever had Surge or if I remember what it tastes like if I've had it. I know what it is now that you guys are saying it because I see it in my mind. You know what I mean? I remember the commercials now, but I don't know if I've ever had it. But you guys know me, I'm a Mountain Dew guy. So if it ain't Mountain Dew and it's trying to be a Mountain Dew, I'm probably gonna waste it. So I'm probably gonna waste Surge.
All right. Yeah, dude, I would definitely I'd taste it. I remember like having it as a kid and being like, holy shit, dude, we don't have this is like crack. Like we didn't have that kind of shit up here.
Yeah, like the big deal with Surge was that like it had more caffeine than Mountain Dew at the time.
Yeah, it was like the OG fucking I'm gonna rip as much caffeine into you. And I think
Yeah.
that that's why it was illegal in Canada.
It was like the first energy soda before energy soda was even a concept. They were just like, we're gonna cram a ton of caffeine.
Hungry Hippo says it tastes like childhood rebellion in a can.
And
Basically,
Yeah.
and it
honestly,
does.
perfectly put.
Yes, it does. And I'm gonna taste it. And here's the thing for all you fans of Surge as we're talking about this. It's back.
Yeah, I think I've seen it somewhere.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
recently.
You can order it online
Dude,
and
I
have it
think
shipped direct to you.
there's a few places that actually still serve it fountain.
Yeah, yeah, it's available in Fountain. I'm gonna tell you right now, it does not taste as good as it
Yeah,
did.
probably because the
Yeah,
regulations
they
have
had to
changed
take out
since
all they had
then.
to take out all the good shit or
Yeah.
Well, not
bad
just
shit.
that, not just that, but uh, part of that has to do with the fact that like it's just not as carbonated as it was when we were kids. Like that 90s version had a level of carbonation that I have not
Dude,
experienced.
it's like drinking razor blades, bro.
Yeah. Like you might get that if you find it in the fountain
It's
because
like drinking, when you drink like a hot Coke and it's
yeah,
like
like
super snappy and like fuck, but
yeah.
it was like that when it was cold, bro.
Well, and that was the thing with Surge.
Right?
Like it was yeah,
It
it
was,
That
was
what you
dude, I
did?
fucking
liked it. It was good.
Because Sprite does that, dude. When you get a nice ice cold Sprite sometimes, a freshly cracked ice cold Sprite, dude, it'll
that's why Coke has that the corner of the market they do because their CO2 levels in their
they be
soda just
popping, bro. All right,
crispy.
whose turn? Chris,
So
back to
it's
you.
Chris. Back to Chris.
There's a lot of good ones. Keep them rolling too, guys. Don't stop till you
I
get
just
enough.
on that note, and I've seen
Shimon.
a number of people put it in there. I'm gonna go with Joe Cola.
Here's the thing. Never had Jolt. Never had Jolt. Is Jolt still around?
I don't
I don't know.
I haven't seen it in a long time
When
if
was
it
it? Because it
is.
was popular, what, in like the early 90s?
Yeah, 90s to like late 90s,
Yeah,
early
it's like
2000s.
yeah, I think well into the 2000s.
Yeah, it was one of the, because I know a lot of those, like Surge, I know I probably didn't get to enjoy a lot. I never really
Stop.
had because when I was a kid, I couldn't have it because of the caffeine in it. I was
Sean
surprised
just
I got
found it.
Mountain Dew. The only reason I ever squeaked Mountain Dew in was because my oldest brother always drank Mountain Dew and he'd bring it, and so that's what got me onto that. But yeah, I don't know if I ever drank a Jolt, and it's a cola.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, they're just like heavily caffeinated cola.
Yeah, like
All
I
right,
don't know how much more.
I'm gonna wait to answer until you guys speak.
So, just because we were questioning it, it's no longer on the market.
Okay.
According to Wikipedia, Jolt Cola was a carbonated soft drink produced by the Jolt Company, later known as Wet Planet Beverages. The cola drink was created in 1985 by C.J. Rapp as a highly caffeinated beverage. It was targeted towards students and young professionals, stressing its use as a stimulant in a similar manner as energy drinks. Its slogan reads, "All the sugar and twice the caffeine."
Damn.
And it was discontinued March 29th of 2019, so only 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
That's not 4 years ago, sorry.
5.
That's yeah.
Whatever.
was,
You're one off. You're close enough.
Yeah, I was like
That's
that
a
that
long
math's
time
not
to.
right. But yeah, like 30 years of being on the market. That's wild.
And then they just got shit out by like Monster and like those
Yeah,
push-ups
then
like
like,
just starting to take over.
actual energy drinks happen and it was like, bye Jolt. It's over for you.
But yeah, dude, I would taste it. I used to get that more often, actually, because that was like always available when I was a kid, all through my teens, basically. I always remember Jolt being an option. I would get that. I don't know. I definitely drank enough of it.
Yeah, I'd waste the jolt. I just never was into it. I mean, if I saw it, I would basically almost always pick something different.
Chris, what were you saying? Were you gonna waste it, or were you gonna taste it?
Oh, I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I said it. I drank a bunch of them when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah. You know what? I don't know, dude. Since I've never had it, I'll give it a shot. How about that?
That's reasonable.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll try it out.
As long as you don't go in there thinking like this has to taste better than Coke. This
No,
has to taste better than
I'm just
Pepsi.
all I'm expecting is it to taste like some sort of cola. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What variation? That's up to them. We'll find out. You know what I mean? Because I do, like I said, I enjoy RC. I enjoy Coke. You know what I mean? Pepsi, but I'll drink it. You know what I mean? So we'll see. All right, back to me, huh? Let's see. Let's go with. You know what? Let's just go with this one because it's, you can find it in a gas station. It comes in a can. An Arizona Arnie Palmer.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna taste it. I mean, it's good. The Arizona Arnold Palmer, dude, that shit's fire. If I see that in the store, I'm buying that for 99 cents.
That's just
What you
fire,
fucking talking about?
It's just fire,
Yeah,
bro.
I'll buy that for $1.
Yeah.
Shout out to Punk Rock Silver Fox for that.
Right
Yeah,
as
what
he's
up,
in the
Will?
chat too. Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I too would rock the Arnie Palmer. I'll take any of them too. Like the strawberry one's fire. Like,
Yeah.
they're all bangers. So
Dude,
Yep.
if you could find the pink lemonade Arnie Palmer, bro.
yes,
That
that's
one
a
is
banger.
Bro, that one's the shit. The shit. So yeah, I'm obviously tasting that as well. Chugging it. Buying two.
Yeah, bud.
Two in a bag of
So-
hot Cheetos, bro. That used to be what I'd do back in the day. I'd grab one to drink now and one to drink later and a bag of hot Cheetos to snack on. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fire childhood combination.
Dude, and then you'd find find the cheat code about fucking open your bag of hot Cheetos and fucking go to the cheese dispenser, giving it a couple, and then shaking up your bag of Cheetos, and you got some fucking nacho hot Cheetos, bro.
Yeah.
Game over, son. Anyways, let's get back to
Sounds
this game.
banging. So the next one then, I keep seeing it in the chat a couple different times. The IBC root beer.
Crack me a bottle right now. And leave the other 5 here. You know what I'm saying? Don't take
Hit me, bartender.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in.
Bring the
Count me
case.
in.
Bring the case, crack the first one, leave the other 5. You know what I mean? I'm drinking all 6 of them puppies, dude, real quick.
Sadly, I'm not finding the 6-packs anymore. They're dropping them to 4-packs.
What? Skimping out, bro.
Dude, I feel like we only ever had 4-packs.
They
of
may have
IBC
only
root
been
beer.
4-packs, bro.
No,
but-
they were 6-packs for
Okay.
years, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had 6-packs.
Yeah, we were getting 6-packs when I lived at my father's house. I mess with some IBC root beer once in a while. If I want root beer, that's one of my go-tos. So yeah, like I definitely mess with the IBC. Something about that glass bottle just makes it taste that much better.
Yeah, dude. Anything in a glass bottle, dude. Give it to me.
So good.
So we all just smacked that one
We-
out real quick, huh?
Yeah, we all in on the last 2.
All right, Chris. We got time for at least one more round here.
Okay, so. Oh, yeah. Kevin K put one in a long time ago. Okay. And it was blackberry ginger ale.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Not a big ginger ale guy. You know what I mean? I will say this. I've
Okay.
never had a blackberry ginger ale, so I don't know. But majority of the time, I don't really enjoy ginger ale. I'm not a big ginger guy, just in general. Thought that was a joke. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I probably would end up wasting it, dude. You know what I mean? Knowing me, like I'd probably crack it, take a couple sips, and be like, "Oh, this isn't bad," and then like eventually just be like, eh, you know. So I'd probably just say nah from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm gonna quote Kevin K here and say, dude, Canada Dry Blackberry Ginger Ale is so good. And he's right. It is delicious. I do like me some ginger ale, and those like random flavors like the blackberry or the cranberry stuff like that. Like they're just nice. I like them. So yeah, I'm gonna taste it.
Yeah, dude. I'm tasting it too. Dude, I fuck with fucking ginger ale. One thing that I will say though is that one specifically is kind of, it's like right, like if my sweetness max is right here, it's like right here. Like it's
Just
up beyond my
just a
my
touch
normal,
beyond, yeah.
yeah. Especially compared to like the cranberry, where I find it's like right with the same kind of, it's like a slightly sweeter version of their traditional ginger ale. This the next step is just a bit further, but like I'll still drink it. I
I
like it.
I also feel like the blackberry one is like a juicier ginger ale, whereas the cranberry's more dry.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the other capturing the sweetness from the berries. It's just adding that little extra to your cheeks.
Dig it.
Sorry for anybody watching. It seems that we are. Oh, we might be okay now. It looked like we were lagging out there for a second, so I apologize.
Oh
In chat
God, this
if we
sounds
are
horrible.
lagging. But all right. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What about this one from Paul Cole, Mr. Pibb?
I like Dr. Pepper. So if I'm at the party and you bought Mr. Pibb, I'll pour me a cup. I, I'm not gonna hate it. I'll taste the Mr. Pibb.
Yeah, I'll taste Mr. Pibb. It's fine. It's like Mr. Pibb to me is like if I went to a chain grocery store that was big enough to have like their own knockoffs of drinks. That's like what Mr. Pibb is basically to Dr. Pepper. So I like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is really good. So yeah, I'll taste it.
Yeah, I fucks with Mr. Pibb too. You know what I mean? Pibb and Dr. Pepper are pretty close. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
do prefer Dr. Pepper, but dude, if all you got is Pibb, dude, hook it up. You know what I mean? It's like the same thing with the RC. If you got RC, hook it up. You know what I mean? Because there are other certain places, you know what I mean? Like if they carry one, they carry this. They carry the other, they carry that. Oh, sorry, I got distracted by the.
Yeah,
Dude,
these
did you
things
see that message I just put in there? I was
these things happen from time to time. You know, ADD sometimes just kicks in and takes over. You know, it happens.
Anyway, so we all tasting the Pib too.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
we's all rocking with some Pibskis.
All right, do we want to do one more just for fun?
So yeah, that would be my poll then, and I'd go with I just seen it. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there you go. The Warritos Mandarin.
All right, here's the thing. I think I've only had like one or two of the Doritos flavors, and they were pretty good. But I mean, no, I don't know about the Mandarin. Okay, here's the thing. Have you had one before, Sean?
Dude, of course I have.
Does is it like the best orange soda ever, or does it taste, slightly
That,
different?
that's exact. Like it's
You
it
know
is like
what?
a
I'm
sweet
gonna
orange
taste it because I
candy.
need to try it. How about that?
It's
Next time I
so
see one,
good.
I'm gonna grab one and I'm gonna try it out. Try it
I
out.
would try it too, mainly because the only Doritos I've ever had is the pineapple one.
Fire.
But I've had it like 25 times, 50 times. I don't know. Like basically anytime I've ever got a burrito in the last
It's better than orange soda. That's what I'm
7 or
saying.
10 years or something. And it's fire. So
I was gonna say,
Yeah, I
you're
think the
wrong.
mango's.
Mango
I think the
is the
mango is
best.
the only one. I think I've had pineapple and the mango. I think there's only two that I've tried.
The lime is a killer. Like the whole Aritos line is banging. Mexican soda uses real cane sugar, so it's not that like sticky corn
Dude, you get a
syrup.
Mexican Coke, bro, in the bottle.
Yeah,
dude,
tastes just
that's
like a
legit.
Pepsi.
Slaps.
I
What'd you say?
said, yeah, it tastes just like a Pepsi.
Nah, so much better, bro.
I don't know, man. The Mexican joint I used to get the Mexican Pepsis from, or the Mexican Cokes from, just like they tasted like more like Pepsi than a regular Coke did. That was my take on it. But yeah, Guaritos all day. I will buy the variety packs sometimes at the grocery store and bring them home just to have them around the house.
Yeah, the cane Mountain Dew wasn't good, Ern. That wasn't that good. Speaking of like old school Mountain Dews, or like when they did different things, you guys remember when they did the aluminum bottles with like the different fucking graphics all over them, and like you could collect all the bottles. This was like in like like probably like early 2000s.
I don't remember that.
No,
We were
maybe even
pounding.
before that.
We were pounding a lot of dew back then.
But yeah, they can't. You know, like how like Bud Light has like their aluminum like bottle cap bottles. They're like that, dude.
Oh, I remember those. Yeah, you could.
And they had like graphics all over them, and you get like different ones. But
you know what?
I think that they also had a few other like drinks, not just Mountain Dew, that were in those.
But Mountain Dew had like the specific like graphics and stuff to like collect.
No,
them and shit.
that could very much be true.
But yeah.
But like I think that there was like, I don't think Coke ever did
It was
it, though.
Pepsi. Pepsi did
Yeah,
it.
it's all Pepsi. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I got like 7-Up that way.
Oh yeah, dude. Now that I just like Googled it real quick to see pictures of them, and now that I'm seeing like the whole collection, I remember this now. Yeah, because like here's somebody asking $25 for the whole collection.
Yeah,
on
dude. Because
eBay.
me and my brother had like all of them, dude. And there was like 2 different versions, and like we used to fucking have them on our bookshelves when we were kids. And we're like, dude, we collected them all, bro.
Yeah, because here's like even
we
more
drank
of
so
them.
much Mountain Dew to get them, bro.
That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that I'm like talking about a flashback,
Dude,
I
that's
hadn't thought
bringing me
about
back
these.
to my childhood bedroom, bro.
Yo.
Dude, I'm pretty sure I told you guys this before, but I'm just gonna tell the story for the people that don't know. So like I remember it was probably 2001. When did Star Wars come back? Whenever that came back, like not the original
The
3.
Phantom Menace.
Yes, whenever that came out, there was a full thing of all these characters that were like on the sides of the cans, and it was through Pepsi, Diet Pepsi, 7-Up.
Yeah, it was just like Pepsi Incorporated. So anything.
Yeah,
within
I
that
remember
Yeah.
umbrella.
And maybe even Mountain Dew. I can't remember.
Yeah, Mountain Dew is Pepsi.
And so all those, and dude, I had like 20 of them, and I filled them, or sorry, I left them full. And I would say maybe I should have like not left them full. I don't know, but they went into like a storage that ended up getting too cold, and they started to
exploded.
expand. Dude, I just ended up throwing them away. And like that was just not that long ago. And dude, I was like, yo, one day I remember saving them. I can't even like I don't remember when that movie came out, but I remember saving them,
bro, and be like, dude, you gotta save this because one day it's gonna be worth something.
Like, yeah, but dude, that probably could have been one of those things.
Like, I know, that's what I'm saying. Somebody would buy that now.
Well, and that's the thing, right? It's like there are Pepsi and Coke collectors. Like when I was a kid growing up, my parents had friends that were Coke fanatics, and these people would spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars for like antique bottles of Coke from around the world to add to their collection.
You know, dude, I just thought about something, bro.
What's up?
All of us like going around and collecting like things from like our childhoods and stuff, or like from like those eras. We're collecting antiques, bro.
Yeah, we're antiquing now.
Thanks for
Thanks.
Dude,
you're a dick for making me feel older than I already felt.
That realization, bro, is crazy though, right?
You now understand your elders and why they antiqued. It was the nostalgia of it all.
Dude.
Holy shit.
We all learned today. And that wasn't
And
even
today,
fun.
Frames Janklin was Confucius.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even gonna give you guys one today because I feel like that was it.
That was
Yeah,
heat.
you can't top that.
I can't Confucius who? Wow.
Janklin say.
Shanklin say. Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's that time that we go ahead and wrap up tonight's episode. So, Chris, go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, well, first of all, this mod's pretty dope. I'm pretty pumped about it. So thanks, Sean. Thanks, Stan. Thanks, Times Vape. That's sweet. I'll get back to you on what I really think about it down the road. Other than that, yeah, shedtimepodcast.com. Go check it out. Of course, we'll be here next Friday, same time. So come back for that. And yeah, I think that's it. Everybody be safe. Have a good week. Sean.
Yeah, man, Shit Time Podcast. It's a thing that we love to do. I know we're out here shilling it all the time, but it does mean a lot to us. So if you guys want to check it out, go hit up that website, find that Shed Time Studios here on YouTube, watch some old back episodes, catch up on some things, see what's going on. Other than that, yeah, catch us next week. Big shout out to all y'all in chat and watching the replay. And with that, don't let the best get you down. Be cool, don't be a dick. And whatever it is that you do, try and have some fun.
Absolutely. And thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys go check out the podcast, shedtimepodcast.com. You know what I mean? If you want to get a little bit more in-depth conversation with us, it's just an hour and a half or so of us just shooting the shit about random topics. And sometimes we get into some cool things. Sometimes we just ramble on about all kinds of other crazy stuff. But with that, thank you guys all for tuning in and hanging out with us. I greatly, greatly appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for next week. I think it's about time we do a Shedhead session, I think.
I don't think we've done one since Steel Valley,
I don't
have
think we have,
No,
bro. So
we
I think
haven't.
we're overdue. So we'll do one of those next week. So stay tuned for that next Friday. Send those emails in to thegreenroom.shedtime at thegreenroom.shedtime at gmail. Yeah, I did. I got distracted because I was reading as I saw that.
Sorry, Jason.
Shout out to you, Carmine. Thegreenroom.shedtime at gmail.com. Send us an email saying you want to join us for the Shedhead session. You can send them in now if you know you're going to be available, and I'll send you a link, and you guys can join us for the show next Friday on the show, play some games, hang out, all that good stuff. So with that being said, enjoy your weekend, be safe. Don't forget to tell somebody you love them, and as always, sing out all those positive vibes, crisp high fives, and let's just vape on, Shedheads. Where's the button? No, that's not it. That's not it.